तेरे द्वार खड़ा भगवान हो। तेरे द्वार खड़ा भगवान, भगत भर दे रे झोली। तेरे द्वार खड़ा भगवान, भगत भर दे रे झोली। तेरा होगा बड़ा एहसान के जुग जुग तेरी रहेगी शान, भगत भरोली। तेरे द्वार खड़ा भगवान, भगत भर दे रे झोली। ओ भगत भर दे रे झोली। डोल उठी है सारी धरती देख रे, डोला गगन है सारा। भीख मांगने आया तेरे घर, जगत का पालन हारा रे, जगत का पालन हारा। मैं आज तेरा मेहमान, कर ले दे मुझसे जरा पहचान, भगत भर दे रे झोली। तेरे द्वार खड़ा भगवान, भगत भर दे रे झोली। ओ भगत भर दे रे झोली। आज लुटा दे रे सरबत अपना, मान ले कहना मेरा। आज लुटा दे रे सरबत अपना, मान ले कहना मेरा। मिट जाएगा पल में तेरा, जन्म जन्म का फेरा रे, जन्म जन्म का फेरा। तू छोड़ सकल अभिमान, अमर कर ले रे तू अपना दान, भगत भर दे रे झोली। तेरे द्वार खड़ा भगवान, भगत भर दे रे झोली। ओ भगत भर दे रे झोली। समय के हाथ का कठपुतला है, इस जग में इंसान। सच मानोगे दुनिया वालों, समय बड़ा बलवान। चल मुसाफिर चल, यहाँ कोई नहीं तेरा। चल मुसाफिर चल, यहाँ कोई नहीं तेरा। चल हुआ पूरा तेरी तकदीर का फेरा। चल मुसाफिर चल, यहाँ कोई नहीं तेरा। जग में लड्डू की तरह तू खूब रे घूमा, दोगली दुनिया में दर दर खूब तू झूमा रे। जग में लड्डू की तरह तू खूब रे घूमा, दोगली दुनिया में दर दर खूब तू झूमा। अब न कर तकदीर का फेरा। चल मुसाफिर चल, यहाँ कोई नहीं तेरा। 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 मुखड़ा देख ले, देख ले। मुखड़ा देख ले प्राणी, जरा दर्पण में हो। देख ले कितना पुण्य है, कितना पाप तेरे जीवन में। देख ले दर्पण में, मुखड़ा देख ले प्राणी, जरा दर्पण में। कभी तो पल भर सोच ले प्राणी, क्या है तेरी कर्म कहानी। कभी तो पल भर सोच ले प्राणी, क्या है तेरी कर्म कहानी। पता लगा ले, पता लगा ले, पड़े हैं कितने दाग तेरे दामन में। देख ले दर्पण में, मुखड़ा देख ले प्राणी, जरा दर्पण में। खुद को धोखा दे मत बंदे, अच्छे न होते कपट के धंधे। खुद को धोखा दे मत बंदे, अच्छे न होते कपट के धंधे। सदा न चलता, सदा न चलता किसी का नाटक दुनिया के आंगन में। देख ले दर्पण में, मुखड़ा देख ले प्राणी, जरा दर्पण में हो। देख ले कितना पुण्य है, कितना पाप तेरे जीवन में। देख ले दर्पण में, मुखड़ा देख ले प्राणी, जरा दर्पण में। टूट गई है माला, टूट गई है माला, मोती बिखर चले। 2 दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले। टूट गई है माला, विरह में अपने, मिलन की दुनिया छोड़ चलेंगे आज विरह में अपने। खोए खोए नैनों में है उजड़े उजड़े सपने, उजड़े उजड़े सपने। याद की गठरी लिए झुकाए नजर चले, दो दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले। टूट गई है माला, अब तो ये जग में जिएंगे आंसू पीते पीते। अब तो ये जग में जिएंगे आंसू पीते पीते। जैसी इन पे बीती वैसी और किसी पे न बीते, और किसी पे न बीते। कोई मत पूछो इन्हें लिए किस डगर चले, दो दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले। टूट गई है माला, मोती बिखर चले, दो दिन रह कर साथ जाने किधर चले। भारत के लिए भगवान का एक वरदान है गंगा। सच पूछो तो इस देश की पहचान है गंगा। भारत के लिए भगवान का एक वरदान है गंगा। सच पूछो तो इस देश की पहचान है गंगा।
हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे।
गिरिराज हिमालय की बेटी ये महान है गंगा। भारत माता के मस्तक का अभिमान है गंगा। इस धरती के बेटों पर एक एहसान है गंगा। लाखों करोड़ों होठों की मुस्कान है गंगा। गंगा ही हिंदुस्तान, हिंदुस्तान है गंगा। सच पूछो तो इस देश की पहचान है गंगा।
हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे।
है कोटि कोटि देवों के मंदिर इसके किनारे। मंगल ध्वनियाँ होती हैं जहाँ पर सांस सकारे। जुग जुग से इस माता ने हमारे भाग्य संवारे। ये जहाँ गई बन गए वहीं पर तीरथ प्यारे, इस अपनी प्यारी जन्मभूमि की जान है गंगा। सच पूछो तो इस देश की पहचान है गंगा। भारत के लिए भगवान का एक वरदान है गंगा। सच पूछो तो इस देश की पहचान है गंगा।
हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे, हर हर गंगे।
Antyeshti Samskar of Mataji. I invite each and everyone to please stand as we do open in Pratna. I invite each and everyone with clapped hands, closed eyes, and bowed heads. The elderly folks who are in the audience who will not be able to stand, you may remain seated. As we join in open in prayer, my dear devotees, with clapped hands, closed eyes, and bowed heads. Aum Ayodhya Madura Maya Kashi Kanchi Avantika Puri Dwarvati Gaya Saptaita Mokshadaya Ka Saptadam Stito Bhava Aum Anadi Nidanno Deva Shankha Chakra Gadadara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Prado Bhava Preta Moksha Prado Bhava Preta Moksha Prado Bhava. Om Tat Sat, Om Tat Sat, Om Tat Sat. Om Prem Sabalo Shri Ariyama Devata Ki Jai. Align the flowers. At this point, devotees, you may asan lijiye, take your seats. Thanks for your kind cooperation. Pavitro Pavitro Sarvastangato Piva Yasmareta Pundari Kaksha Sabbayam Taram Suchi Auma Pavitro Pavitro Sarvastangato Piva Yasmareta Pundari Kaksha Sabbayam Taram Suchi Auma Pavitro Pavitro Sarvastangato Piva Yasmareta Pundari Kaksha Sabbayam Taram Suchi Sabbayam Taram Suchi. Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Babuni GAJADHAR Papretasya Shipretatva Iti Shrigandam Temai. Let's have the kill. The first one to half from That's 1 minute. Just like the arti for a minute. Ahuri Gajaram Kapret Syashi Pretatva Eti Shri Pushpamala Emai Diyate Upa Ish. Ayodhya Madura Maya Kashi Kanchi Avantika Puri Dwarvati Gaya Saptaita Mokshadaya Ka Saptadam Stido Bhava. I performed the arati while you were on. Aum Pita Swarga Pita Dharma Pittahi Paramam Thapa Pittari Pritma Panne Priyante Sarvadevata Priyante Sarvadevata Aum Shantam Sarvagatam Suksham Param Brahma Sanatam Rajivalochanam Ramam Pranamami Jagatpatim Ramam Pranamami Jagatpatim Aum Vera Veranta Verai Shamul Murtaya Punsan Mohan Rupaya Sarve Baumaya Mangalam Sarve Baumaya Mangalam Sarve Baumaya Mangalam Aum Vera Veranta Verai Shamul Murtaya Punsan Mohan Rupaya Sarve Baumaya Mangalam. Aum Ramasya Moolam Triloka Saka Yugchar Patram Rachidam Virata Falasya Doham Trigunata Rupam Bhaj Ram Krishna Bhaj Vera Veraha Bhaj Ram Krishna Bhaj Vera Veraha Aum Anadi Nidanno Deva Shanka Chakra Gadadara Akshaya Pundarikaksha Preta Moksha Pradobhava Preta Moksha Pradobhava Preta Moksha Pradobhava. Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat. Ready fifth time? One more. Aum Anadi Nidanno Deva Shanka Chakra Gadadara Akshaya Pundarikaksha Preta Moksha Pradobhava. Pass it on this side, no? Alright, you come this way, auntie, and you bow and you stand behind Uncle for mama. Alright, so you place in a tilak, Uncle David. You pull in a downward position. Go right ahead now. How miti shri tilakate mai diyate upatishtatam. You have the essence. Haomiti Shri Gandam Te Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. Sorry. Iti Shri Pushpamala Te Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. If you stand right here, Uncle David, you perform the arati 5 times over the entire body. Na? Aum Ayodhya Madura Maya Kashi Kanchi Avantika Puri Dwarvati Gaya Saptaita Moksha Dayaka Saptadam Stido Bhava Saptadam Stido Bhava Saptadam Stido Bhava Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat. Right, here come this way and you bow at the feet, you stand behind the dinner. Right here. Using the ring finger, pull it downwards, right? Aomiti Shri Tilakate Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. Iti Shri Gandam Te Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. Until Pasimala Fe, here you gala nicely for me. Aomiti Shri Pushpamala Te Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. You stand right here, Uncle. You perform the arati 5 times over the Sharina. Aum Veda Viranta Viraya Shamul Murtaya Punsan Mohan Rupaya Sarve Baumaya Mangalam Sarve Baumaya Mangalam Sarve Baumaya Mangalam. You come this way, you bow at the feet, no? Same thing, Uncle Toy. Aomiti Shri Tilakate Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. Aomiti Shri Gandam Te Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. Sorry, mala here, no? Aomiti Shri Pushpamala Te Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. You perform arati 5 times, no? Aum Pita Swarga Pita Dharma Pittahi Paramam Tapa Pittari Pritma Panne Priyante Sarva Devata Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat. Right, come this way, bow and same procedure, Uncle. Aomiti Shri Tilakate Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. Aomiti Shri Gandam Te Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. Gala nicely. Aomiti Shri Pushpamala Te Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. To perform the arati nicely, no? Aum Ayodhya Madura Maya Kashi Kanchi Avantika Puri Dwarvati Gaya Saptaita Moksha Dayaka Saptadam Stido Bhava Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat. Come this way and you bow here, na? Auntie, come back here, na? You gotta bring the pin down, Auntie Gil. No, the pin there. Alright. Let's hand one piece, eh? Okay, so yeah. Let's know. So you could place it here with one roll over, right? Okay, let's know. Babuni Gajadhar. Aum Madhya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajara Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva Eti Shri Vishrama Pindaste Te Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. So you just pour the water 3 times on the pindna. Aum Madhya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajara Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva Eti Shri Jalanjali Te Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. About 3 times. And just pass on another one. No? Manage you? Yeah. We have to place it next to this one, right? Aum Madhya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajira Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva Eti Shri Dwara Pindaste Te Mayi Diyate Upatishtatam. Offer the water 3 times on the pin. How Madhya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajira Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva iti Shri Jalanjali Te Mayi Diyate Upatishtatam. About 3 times. One more. Okay, so this one coming into the left palm, right? Ao Madhya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajira Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva. You can turn the palms upwards like this. Eti Shri Panta Pindaste Te Mayi Diyate Upatishtatam. You offer the water 3 times on the pin. Ao Madhya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajira Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva iti Shri Jalanjali Te Mayi Diyate Upatishtatam. Just fix back the shawl properly now before I go to the court here. Right, nicely. Alright, yeah, the dolls. We can bring the dolls, no? The dolly. Right, so what side is
Here.
correct?
Yeah.
Right. So let's handle these 2 things here, no? Okay, so you take the first doll here, na auntie. Okay, so when I point out here, you place the first doll on the left here for me. Ao Madhya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajira Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva eti Shri Panchak Maran Te Mayi Diyate Upatishtatam. About 3 times. And take another one. Right, by the right, like here, so by the palm, the place it, right? Ao Madhya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajira Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva iti Shri Panchak Marante Mayi Diyate Upatishtatam. Take on the next. Place it right by the left palm here for me. Ao Madhya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajira Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva eti Shri Panchak Marante Mayi Diyate Upatishtatam. Alright, you could average like the navel area. About here, so place it right. Yeah, alright, higher up, yes, sorry. Ao Madhya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajira Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva eti Shri Panchak Marante Mayi Diyate Upatishtatam. Alright, and you take the last doll here now. You place it right here, so between the 2 feet. Ao Madhya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajira Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva eti Shri Panchak Marante Mayi Diyate Upatishtatam. It's about 3 times. Alright, you're going to have to come around this way now. Alright, you can bring the hawan ko nanti and the lighter. I'm going to help you. You can bring the give and the you stand up. You fix it. Now don't let go too much to fall off. Right, come this way now, y'all. 1 minute. Take the lighter from auntie. Any one of you, just like the tip here. Alright, auntie, you use the water here. You perform Achman 3 times and you pour it here into the coffin. Om Adya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajira Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva iti shriyachmanyam te mai diyate upatishtatam. Alright. Okay, so Uncle go for a first share for you, right? No, na ata swadha. Let's rest back this on the table this tomorrow. When ata swadha auntie, you're offering all at once, eh? So 5 shares we offering, right? Aum pret swadha. I'll fight out into the Agni. Pour a little bit again for Uncle. Aum pret sakai swadha. Aum pret hatre swadha. Om pret payave swadha. Last year. Om pret hantre swadha. Let your offlay all fall off, eh? Pass it back for auntie for a minute. Make a pass back the low to auntie, please. Perform Achman again. How Madhya Mukha Gotra Babuni Gajira Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva Eti Shri Achmanyam Te Mai Diyate Upatishtatam. About 3 times. I mean, get somebody to help you put this outside on Gotoy. Alright, you'll come back on this side, no? Yeah, you can just put it right where we got to offer the Tilangeli outside so you can burn out.
You're not supposed to open it.
Hmm?
Just leave it light in.
Yeah, leave it light in. Alright. So devotees, as once more we are gathered here on this Ravivar, on this Sunday, performing the Anjesti Samskar of Mataji as Mataji passed away Tuesday. Wednesday went by, which fell in the Panchak period, as some of you would have noticed. We used the offering of the 5 dolls and performed the 5 sacred offerings into the oblations into the Agni to appease the Panchak Maran, to avoid deaths of 5 persons in the family. At this point, my dear devotees, I would invite the close relatives and siblings of Uncle David and Didi G to come forward and place flower who would like to do so and perform arati in a mannerly order. At this point, you all could just sit one side for now. I see they have these here for you all here. So those who would like to place flower and do arati, you may do so in a mannerly order at this point in time. Also at this point in time, if there is anyone in the gathering who would like to say a few words, utter a prayer, or do a bhajan on behalf of the Parivar of Mataji, you may do so at this point. Sorry, Auntie, let's put some more ghee in this one here now. Yeah, clockwise. Yeah, clockwise. Yeah. Yeah, come on this side now. I'll bring the arati for you. Yeah, that way. Yeah. Yeah, come on this side. Sir. Yeah, you can put a flower if he
Sorry.
Yeah, there is a Garud Puran highlights it have no restrictions against in-law performing any action Yeah. So if that is your desire, feel free. Yeah. All right. Devotees, as we are gathered here once more, to perform the arti clockwise like this here, na? How Mayodhya, come on, said, how Ayodhya, Madura, Maya, Kashi, Kanchi, Avantika, Puri, Dwarvati, Gaya, Saptaita, Mokshadaya, Ka, Saptadam, Stido Baba. Come this way, na? Aum Pita Swarga Pita Dharma Pittahi Paramam Tapa Pittari Pritma Panne Priyante Sarvadevata Te Shri Pushpamala Te Maidiyate Upatishtatam Aum Iti Shri Pushpamala Te Maidiyate Upatishtatam Aum Ayodhya Madura Maya Kashi Kanchi Avantika Puri Dwarvati Gaya Saptaita Mokshadaya Ka Saptadam Stido Bhava Aum Veda Vedanta Viraya Shamul Murtaya Punsan Mohan Rupaya Sarve Bhaumaya Mangalam Sarve Bhaumaya Mangalam. Yeah, come this way, let the line come on this way. Yeah. That's how much shift this way, uncle. Sorry, auntie. Aum Shantam Sarvagatam Suksham Param Brahma Sanatam Rajiva Lochanam Ramam Pranamami Jagatpatim Ramam Pranamami Jagatpatim Aum Manadi Nidanno Deva Shankachakra Gadadra Akshaya Pundarika Aksha Preta Moksha Pradobhava Preta Moksha Pradobhava. Devotees, as at this point in time, I will do two simple bhajans. Those who are gathered here and know these two bhajans, I ask you to please join in. Om Jai Krishna Hare, Sri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyo ko dukha dur kare, Jai 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 Krishna Hare, Jai Krishna Hare, Jai Shri Krishna Hare, Dukhiyo ko dukha dur kare, Jai 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 Krishna Hare. जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, जब चार तरफ अंधियारा हो, आशा का दूर किनारा हो, और कोई न केवन हारा हो, और कोई न केवन हारा हो, फिर तू भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। तू चाहे तो सब कुछ कर दे, विष को भी अमृत कर दे। पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, पूरन कर दे सबकी आशा, जो भी तेरा ध्यान धरे, फिर तू भी तेरा ध्यान धरे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे। तेरा दर्शन दो मैं तरस रहो, तेरा नाम की माला जपते रहो, भाव सागर में जीवन नैया, भाव सागर में जीवन नैया, चन में की जय किनारा हो। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे, जय कृष्ण हरे, श्री कृष्ण हरे, दुखियों को दुख दूर करे। जय 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 कृष्ण हरे. You want to do a bhajan? Yeah, let's not use this one, man. You wanna come here? Alright, no problem. Alright. Alright, we have a rendition to Mataji from Baiji to his Mata. Through emotions, he wouldn't be able to do it, so they would play it for him. Let's borrow this pamphlet from you, please. You ready to first or? Krishna Damodaram
Krishna Damodaram
Achyutam Keshavam Krishna Damodaram
Ram Narayanam Janaki Vallabham कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं,
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 हम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं,
जैसे बुलाते नहीं,
हम मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं,
जैसे बुलाते नहीं।
कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं,
कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं,
कौन कहते हैं भगवान खाते नहीं,
कौन कहते हैं भगवान आते नहीं,
बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं,
मेरे शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं,
बेर शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं,
मेरे शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं।
अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम,
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम्
अच्युतम केशवम कृष्ण दामोदरम,
दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् नाचते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं कौन कहते हैं भगवान नाचते नहीं गोपियों की तरह हम नचाते नहीं गोपियों अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम् राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम् कृष्ण गोविंद गोपाल गाते चलो कृष्ण गोविंद गोपाल गाते कृष्ण गोविंद
Mr. Holmes, Sherlock Holmes.
गोपाल गाते चलो
कृष्ण गोविंद गोपाल गाते चलो
नाम जपते चलो काम करते चलो
नाम जपते चलो काम करते चलो
नाम जपते चलो काम करते चलो
नाम
That here to rain, Ken. Rain.
करते चलो
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम्
अच्युतं केशवं कृष्ण दामोदरम्
रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्
Rosalind, you want to come and look for flower?
जानकी वल्लभम्
रामनारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्
राम नारायणं जानकी वल्लभम्
गोपियों की तरह हम न चाहते नहीं
गोपियों की तरह हम न चाहते नहीं
माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं
माँ यशोदा के जैसे सुलाते नहीं
मेरी शबरी के जैसे खिलाते नहीं
मेरे शबरी
Anyone else to come?
से खिलाते नहीं
मीरा के जैसे बुलाते नहीं
Where's my cousin Gayatri? Gayatri? You good? Okay.
This could be good.
Yes, it is.
Is it? Devotees, at this point in time, I will invite the granddaughter Ria to do the eulogy or the disposition of Mataji at this point in time.
Good afternoon, everyone. We're gathered here today to celebrate the life of Bambuni Jean GAJADHAR, a beloved mother, grandmother, wife, and friend. She was born on April 18, 1942, to Molly and Dolly Mutu. Grandma didn't attend formal school because her early life was filled with great responsibility. From a young age, she took on the role of a caregiver, helping to raise her siblings and becoming a mother figure in the home. She married the love of her life, deceased Ramdev GAJADHAR, and they remained devoted to each other until death parted them. Together, they raised 5 children, 4 hardened boys, and 1 gorgeous, beautiful girl. David, Uncle Bali, also known as Michael, George, my dad Rohan, and of course the most beautiful one of them all, Pratima, Auntie Gail. Now, these boys were a handful. So much so, Grandma had a special name for the rope that she used to tie them with. She used to call it goat rope. She used to tie them up as punishment when they scattered the house. Thief and Grandpa car to go down the road. She certainly had her hands full, but it was all joy. Despite the challenges, Grandma was a definition of strength and independence. She poured herself into raising her children with love and discipline, ensuring they received a solid education and knew the value of hard work. I mean, just look at her. and look at Grandpa. Hard-working people. She wasn't just a great mother. She was an exceptional wife. She stood faithfully by her husband through every season, sickness and in health, through the highs and lows. Now let's talk about the other side of Grandma, the stubborn and impatient side. If she wanted something done, she wanted it done now. Don't tell she 5 minutes, don't tell she 10 minutes. Now means now. Often, she would say, Ray, carry me down the road for water now, or Ray, put on a phone card now. So I would say, Grandma, after work now, after work, we'll see about it. So after work now, I'll go upstairs. Until you're ready? She said, girl, I don't do that a long time. So I say, who carry you? I get Boysie now, I get Boysie down the road. And then sometimes she would send Marlon, nearby neighbors, to do her duties. But that was Grandma. She couldn't wait on anybody. Once she made up her mind, that was it. Her legacy lives on through her 7 grandchildren. Videsh, Rayan, myself, Shivani, Davison, Nyla, Chelsea, and her last Grandma used to always call Sarah Sweetie. That was her sweetie. She also lovingly embraced her adopted grandchildren, Miguel and Kimani, treating them no differently from her own. Her love knew no boundaries. I'll never forget the countless sleepovers we had at Grandma's house. At exactly 6 a.m., the curtains would pull, the span will turn off, and you'll hear her voice, time to get up. And when we don't, she would take the broomstick. If I don't get up, I would get it to her. Grandma would wake us up so early, so early. Her day started at 6 a.m. By 8, 9 a.m., lunch was already prepared. And the rest of the day was spent in a hammock, rocking, chatting away with her friends and family. She would check in on her sisters, Auntie Norma and Auntie Daughter, on a regular basis. When we were misbehaving, she'd playfully chase us with the broomstick or belt. Every day, she would call Miguel and Kimani. Every single day. Just to give them a treat, whether it was a sweetie, a pear drax, an apple J, or a chocolate. She must give these 2 children something. That was her routine. Cooking was one of her greatest passions, especially baking. When she made veggie pie or cheese pie, bet Daddy whole garage full, belly full. We would definitely miss the dishes she prepared for Diwali. I know Mom would miss her curry and rice, and I would miss her kurma. Grandma had a heart full of compassion. She always put others first, giving of her time, energy, and love without complaint. Her home was a sanctuary for many of us. Although her daughter lived miles away, every visit was unique and special. They both would sit in the gallery with some sort of drink, or even food, or even snacks, and would talk about the old time days. There were days when I would come home and do like when my mommy cook. And the first thing I do, run upstairs, Grandma, where you cook? Grandma, where you cook? It have nothing, but I can make a roti for you. And I would say, okay, don't hustle, I'll go eat home. That was the heart she had, a very compassionate heart. Grandma was a generous soul. No matter how much or how little she had, she always gave with a full heart. For sure, I would miss my grandma. In her last, Grandma stayed home by us. I was in a routine, caring, making sure she eats. Every time I would visit Grandma, before I leave her home, I would make sure to hug her and kiss her. When she slept home by us, I'd make sure to wish her good night and kiss her. Daddy would squeeze her foot, make sure she's comfortable. I am so very grateful that I got to spend the last days with her, making sure she eat the last. I cook her curry duck first time. I say, Grandma, you had to taste this duck. Here she not, ooh, it's soft and nice. I would say you need to eat to stretch your guts because you had to pull back on some weight when Auntie Gil come. Before I go to bed, I would check on her countless times to make sure she's comfortable. I can proudly stand here and say Jean GAJADHAR lived a full, meaningful, and impactful life. She will be dearly missed by all who knew her. And as I close, I leave the scripture with you. To be absent from the body is to be present with the Lord. 2 Corinthians 5:8. Thank you.
At this point, devotees, is there anyone in the audience who would like to say a few words or a prayer on behalf of the family? You may do so at this point in time. As my dear devotees, on the leaflet, there is a bhajan. Those who know the bhajan, I ask you to join along. Aaye bhi akela, jaye bhi akela, do din ka zindagi hai, do din ka mela. जिनके लिए है तूने महल सजाए, मतलब की यार सारी सभी है पराए, इनके लिए है कितना तूने दुख झेला, दो दिन का जिंदगी है, दो दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, दो दिन का जिंदगी है, दो दिन का मेला, हरि की शरण तू हो जा, ध्यान लगाए, जीवन मिले ना फिरे, जीवन को पाल, खेल जगत का सारा उसी न है केला, दो दिन का जिंदगी है, दो दिन का मेला, काहे तू आया जग में, क्या तुझको करना, नेकी कर्म कर ले, दुनिया से डरना, पाप की अगन में कुर को काहे तो अकेला, दो दिन का जिंदगी है, दो दिन का मेला, ये जिंदगी है प्यारे एक जूत सपना, गैरो ये दुनिया में नहीं कोई अपना, सबके रहत हुए मैं हूँ अकेला, दो दिन का जिंदगी है, दो दिन का मेला, आए भी अकेला, जाए भी अकेला, दो दिन का जिंदगी है, दो दिन का मेला, दो दिन का जिंदगी है, दो दिन का मेला, दो दिन का जिंदगी है, दो दिन का मेला. My dear devotees, this wonderful couplet, maybe each funeral you may attend, you might hear this song, relates the kahani of you and I coming into this world of light. As there is a saying in the English language, do what you have to do now. And this is an in-depth statement that you and I might take on shallow grounds, my dear devotees. As you and I have attained this human sharir through great fortune, bare bhaga se manusha tanapava, sura dulabha sabha granta higava, is to come to that realization, my dear devotees, that I am not this human body, but I am divinity caged within this human garb. And we ought to utilize this Janma Manusha Anmol, this opportunity once in this time to attain this human garb. To do what? Sadhana Dhamma Moksha Karadwara Payina Jehi Paraloka Parasavara. To perform sadhana or abhyas, develop that mental discipline that will take us out of this Bhausagar of Janma or Maran. As Sri Krishna said, my dear devotees, to Sri Arjuna, right in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 2, verse 19 and 20, he said to Sri Arjuna, O Arjuna, the soul never takes birth or never dies. Fire cannot burn the soul, or water cannot drown the soul, as it is said to be nitya, constant. It's just on death, my dear devotees, the sharir is left behind, as those on Tuesday that went by had made reference in a funeral service right in Larafin and Maruga. If this body were to be devoid of just the vayu element, the air element, this human garb, my dear devotees, would be of no use. Likewise, my dear devotees, if this sharir would be devoid of the Agni, the Jatar Agni, which lies within the navel area, this human garb would be useless. And Sri Krishna said to Sri Arjuna, my dear devotees, as he laid the nitis or the siddhanta or the principles to follow in this Kali age to attain the darshan of Lord Krishna. As it is easily said but very hard to practice, as Sri Krishna said to Sri Arjuna, perform all your actions in mine honor and don't be afraid of anything along this journey of life. And this is very easily said but very hard to abhyas. As the nature of mankind coming into this world of light, my dear devotees, we are being our eyes became captivated by the beauty of this Maya or this elusive power. And we forget the sustainer or the indweller which lies within, which is the key to our success along this journey of life. As in the Ramayana, my dear devotees, it is described where Sugriv was being put out of his kingdom by his brother King Bali. And in doing so, Sugriv to seek refuge, my dear devotees, under the shelter in the name of Ram. And he went onto the Parvat and he lived there for a while. And in doing so, my dear devotees, he had that Trishna, that thirst, that urge to find God. And there's a wonderful bhajan that says, Vaishnava Chanato Tehi Kahiye Tira Parai Janere. One of the line in that, the second verse in that bhajan says, Samadrishti hai Trishna Tyagi. He had that thirst, my dear devotees, to find God. And in doing so, Sri Hanuman came in contact with Sugriv. And Sugriv, my dear devotees, related that fear he had of his brother King Bali. And Sri Hanuman assured him, once you have that faith within, nothing would be able to harm you. And in doing so, Sri Ram, together with his brother by Lakshman, when they were guided by Ma Shivari to head to the direction of the southern area, and you will find guidance to find Janki Mata or Ma Sita. And in doing so, my dear devotees, Sugriv saw these two kings approaching, and he was in such fear that he started to tremble. And he told to Hanumanji, my dear devotees, to go down to the base of the mountain and find out who are those two kings coming towards the mountain. For my brother maybe have sent those two kings to destroy me. And in doing so, my dear devotees, this is a very valid point I am about to make here for you and I. As it is said, when you want to find God, my dear devotees, we ought to traverse this pathway in our true form. Sri Hanumanji, my dear devotees, disguised his form, his true form, and took the form of a brahmachari, a student, and he went down and he greeted Sri Ram. Whilst bowing at the feet of Sri Ram said to Sri Hanumanji, and he questioned him, for he knew Hanumanji disguised his form. And he told to Sri Hanumanji, when you have to seek the blessings of that divine entity God, you come in your true form. And this is where Hanumanji appeared back in his original form. And my dear devotees, likewise, it is said, if you and I want to find God along this journey, we ought to rid ourselves of the lower tendencies, the ego, the greed, the hatred. As it is said, and to do so, my dear devotees, it is said, Mati kar tu abhiman nirbande juti teri shan re Mati kar tu abhiman. And there is a wonderful share that is sung before the song starts, my dear devotees, as it is said, Jod lo jitne bhi dan daulat hire moti lekar kaha jayega bande band kafan jeeb nahi hoti. You and I came into this world of light, and we get captivated by the beauty and forget our purpose, our pehchan of coming into this world of light. And at the end of our time, my dear devotees, we come to that realization 40 seconds before death would beface us, that I have left everything unfinished. And here we plead to Yamaraj, give me more time. But at this time, my dear devotees, it's too late. As one great Guruji, Pandit Rabindranath Maharaj, who had left this earthly planet, he said, this present moment that you and I have in our hands, my dear devotees, is like a gift. And it can either set us free or bound us, to Janma or Maram, Avagaman, the cycle of birth and death. And Vedas and Shastras, my dear devotees, highlights to us, you and I ought to know when to roll ourselves out of the chakra kal, the wheel of time. As it is said, you and I came here bar again and again in lower forms than the human form. And through the balance of punya karams and pap karams, we have attained this human sharir. And this human sharir ought to set you free, or to roll you out of this cycle and return to that divine entity, God. And most times, my dear devotees, it is said that in this age of Kali age, you and I, we fall victim to being carried away by the Maya or the elusive power. And when we come to that realization we have run out of time, it's too late. And likewise, my dear friends, it is said, right in the Uttarkand of Ramayana, it is said, at this point in time when this moment arises, we blame time. We blame Bhavi, fate. We blame Ishwar, God, for our mishap. And likewise, as I made reference of the Ramayana, my dear devotees, Sri Hanumanji, when he went to Lanka to find Janki Mata, my dear devotees, and he returned to Sri Ram, and he was being given the fame for finding Janki Mata. And this is where he said to Sri Ram, it's not mine result of success, but it was in the faith of your name, Ram, that I found Janki Mata. And likewise, my dear devotees, when along this journey of life, when you and I would be faced by failure, it's not a reason to stop, but to do some in-depth thinking and find the reason why failure arises to attain success. And likewise, my dear devotees, Sri Krishna said to Arjuna, as we are in this sacred period of the Pitri Paksh, where we perform worship to the mains who have left this earthly planet, and I made this comment very early this morning, I am very amazed to see the motions by the Hindus in this period, my dear devotees. For whilst I was journeying to the first prayer this morning, this son and father was in Itasca Road attaining the kush grass to perform the offering. And it clicked to me, and I started to smile. Even though after death, my dear devotees, in Sanatan Dharma, we pay tribute to the mains for the foundation they have set for us. And likewise, my dear devotees, as it is said, as it was described to you all through the Eulogy being read by DDG, about the position of Mataji. To attain a successful life, my dear devotees, it is not based on your material acquisitions. It is based on your humility, simplicity, and your love you have for society. And whilst we are doing some reading some days ago, I bounced up a statement that said, without love, my dear devotees, none of us would be here today. And likewise, I made reference at Uncle Faisul's funeral. Love can make us or break us, my dear devotees. Love for Maya or the elusive power can break us. But that love, that very prem for that divine entity, God, can make us successful. As I bring this short Amrit Katha to a closure, my dear devotees, the great Sri Satya Sai Baba said in his last words before leaving the physical form, life is short, life is unique. Life is like a clock. None of us, however intelligent we are, cannot tell when the hands would stop ticking. This is life and death. So in one voice we say, Om Prem Sabalo Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan Ki Jai. Is there any one of the siblings or the children who would like to say anything before I do the closing prayer? You may do so at this point. Anyone who would like to say a few words before I do the closing prayer, you may do so now. Come up forward, please.
Sitaram Baba. Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to share a testimony on Mommy. Mommy has, better known as Jean, she has fallen ill around the COVID season. And when she had her first episode at the hospital, and she came out, she spent a few days and she came out, and I would go to visit, she would tell me, Ro, I don't have long again. So I say, repeat this verse before me, after me. I say, I will not die, but live to declare the works of the Lord. And she repeat that. So I ask God to grant me 15 years more of her life. So she going at 95, but I could only make a request. God is God, He alone knows. So lo and behold, the hospital gave she COVID twice, on the 2 episode. So she didn't have COVID. So this, she started to go on with life. For 2 years, Mommy had no complaint. She going on with no sickness, no hospitalization, nothing. So I thank God for that. So I say, all right, God answer my prayers. So lo and behold, in this last season, when they talk about season, this last season in her life, she started to get ill real bad, often visiting the hospital. So my van is the ambulance service. So I go and apply for a job to carry people when they get sick. To and from only Moroga district, so I go and apply for that. Because I just level the road in half an hour time to reach to the hospital. So the last time we called for the ambulance, I had time to reach to the hospital, and about an hour after, the ambulance calling me, well, how far you reach? I said, well, I'm in the hospital already. And this is how my mom would gather in her water in her lungs. And it is not a pleasant thing to see. Because we say, the doctor does give up on she before God could give up on she. But I hold in the faith. Because I don't ask God for 15 years. And my God, I serve Him. So I will call up some people here now. Rayan, come. Chelsea. Where Judy? Okay. I have taken the initiative to mind 2 other children out of my family. Miguel, come. When I introduced this guy to anybody, I said, this is my son. But here, how I said, no discrimination, but is a sense of humor I just have. This is my Creole son. And I love him, I treat him just as my own. Kimani, GAJADHAR, come up. This is another one. That is the love I have for these children. I take her into my house when she had about how much days old? About 4 days old. And she's 5 years today. I give God thanks for that. So, Mommy will love these children. When Mommy cook, she will call Miguel Kimani, and she will offer them. She will offer them food before I can get a plate. That is the love my mother had for these little children. And then, lo and behold, I asked God for a blessing. I don't know what the blessing is. At 54 years, I say, well, my wife come and get pregnant. And I had a little baby girl. So then God said, use the next Abraham, because Abraham had a child at 99. So then I said, Lord, if you give me this now, you saw all things new unto me. So I am a new person. So, Mommy now holding the faith. And the last episode with my mother, when she takes sick, we had to rush her. But I knew then and then that was it. So she didn't get the 15, but she gave me 6 more years. And I thank God for that. Now, on the way coming back home now, hear what the Lord showed me. Remember, I have a new baby at this age. He said, if I were to carry that burden, because I carry this burden, I was the one standing with mommy. If I were to carry that burden for 15 years, I would get tired and I wouldn't be able to make it. So God knows best what he did. He take her home at the right time, and there's a season to born, a season to die. And this is mommy's season. So she's resting in peace. If you look at some of the pictures and watch she in the box, she's an angel. She's peaceful. Thank you. You want to say something?
Sure. Devotees, as you have heard of the qualities and the way of life Auntie traversed, she was loved by many. And likewise, my dear devotees, all of us are gathered here to pay tribute on behalf of her. And attending the funeral service, my dear devotees, is a remembrance to you and I of the quality of life you and I traverse on a daily pathway. As it is said, if you want to know how rich you are, shed a tear and see how much support will be lended to you. And that will determine how rich quality you possess. Likewise, Pastor G made a statement in our wake once. He said, if you want to find your downfalls, sit and write a eulogy about your own self. And sit and read, and within that, you would find your downfalls. In one voice, we say, Prem Sabala Shri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan Ki Jai. At this point, I invite the Yajman to line alongside the coffin once more. The flowers, At this point, I invite each and everyone who can to please stand as we join in closing prayer. I invite you all with claps, hands, close eyes and bow heads as we do closing Ashirvad once more. We join in prayer to Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagwan to bless the Jivatma of Mataji, blessing this entire Parivar with that strength to overcome this endeavor with full faith as we join in Pratna. Aum Anadi Nidanno Deva Shankha Chakra Gadadara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Preta Moksha Pradobhava Aum Shantakaram Bhujagashainam Parabanabam Suresham Vishwadara Gagan Saddisham Megavaranam Subangam Aum Lakshmi Kantam Kamalanainam Yogi Vidyana Gamyam Bande Vishnu Bhavaiharanam Sarvaloke Kanatam Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat Om Prem Sabalo Shri Vishnu Bhagwan Ki Jai. You place the flowers and you bow 3 times. Devotees, at this point in time, I will leave 2 minutes for viewing, and then we'll be journeying to place this body into the chitta where it will be reduced to ash. You all could do who, huh? Yeah, you could use all the flowers. Those who would like to get a viewing, you do so in a manually order with 2 minutes time. te mai diyate upatishta ao madhyam kagotra bahuli gajiram kapretasya shripretatva shri jalanjali te mai diyate upatishta shri jalanjali te mai diyate upatishta. Starting process here, so talking about how this one gets good. Gajiram kapretasya shripretatva iti shivayu tatva te mai diyate upatishta. Babuni gajiram kapretasya shritatva iti shriyapaha tatva te mai diyate upatishta. राम नाम सत्य है, ये ही सबका गर्व है। राम नाम सत्य है, ये ही सबका गर्व है। राम नाम सत्य है, ये ही सबका गर्व है। राम नाम सत्य है, ये ही सबका गर्व है। राम नाम सत्य है, ये ही सबका गर्व है। Abuni gajiram kapreta se atva ishishayalvat daste te Paismami benro kaita dalwa Aum shubem sao martiam agotra Abuni gajiram kapreta se आकाश तत्व के मई की अते Om Swargai Swadha, Om Majabhyai Swadha, Om Shiloritai Swadha, Om Shrimadevyayi Swadha, Om Shrimajabhyai Swadha, Om Shriugrasai Swadha, Om Shridharmai Swadha, Om Shripayave Swadha, Om Shrimrityave Swadha, Om Shripayave Swadha, Om Shri Swargai Swadha, Om Shri Lonitai Swadha, Om Majabhyai Swadha, Om Shri Pretai 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 Swadha, Om Shri Kavyavahai Nirtai 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 Swadha, Om Shri Agni Tattva Nemai Diyate Upadishnatam Swadha, Om Shri Agni Devtai Swadha, Om Shri Agni Devtai Swadha, Om Shri Agni Devtai Pretai Swadha, Om Shri 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 Rityave Swadha, Om Shri Payave Swadha, Om Shri Dharmai Swadha, Om Shri Agni Devtai Swadha, Om Shri Agni Devtai Swadha, Om Shri Pitra Devtai Swadha, Om Shri Pitra Devtai Swadha, Om Shri Pitra Devtai Swadha.
Move your clothes on there. Oh,
ตัดที่นี่ก็แม่ตัดที่นี่ก็แม่ไม่ได้ก็คนไม่ตัดที่นี่ก็แม่
प्रेतस्य स्वीकृतत्व ते मयि दीयते उपतिष्ठता सुवार्ता औमध्यामुपगोत्र बहुनिकाचिरामुपप्रेतस्य स्वीकृतत्व ते मयि दीयते उपतिष्ठता सुवार्ता औमध्यामुपगोत्र बहुनिकाचिरामुपप्रेतस्य ते मयि दीयते उपतिष्ठता सुवार्ता औमध्यामुपगोत्र Babuni Gajiram Papretasya Shripretatva Te Mayi Diyate Upratishtam Swadha Omadhya Upagotra Babuni Gajiram Papretasya Shripretatva Te Mayi Diyate Upratishtam Swadha. Madhyamupagotra Bahunigajiramukaprettasya Shripretatva iti Shriyakshman Te Mayi Diyate Both nostril and nostrils. Aumadhyamupagotra Babuni Gajiramukaprettasya Shripretatva iti Shrisonadan Valite Mayi Diyate Upatishtam iti Shrisonadan Valite Mayi Diyate Upatishtam iti Shrisonadan Valite Mayi Diyate Upatishtam. Alright, devotees, before I would place this body into the incinerator, it is said placing this body into the chitta where it will be reduced to ash is said to be the solaha samskar of us having attained this human sharir. At this point in time, I invite each and everyone with claps hands, close eyes, and bow heads, we join in prayer once more. Aumanadi Danno Deva Shanka Chakra Gadadara Akshaya Pundari Kaksha Reta Moksha Prado Bhava Tat Sat Om Tat Sat Om Tat Sat Om Prem Svala Shri Vishnu Bhagavan Ki Jai. So by Jai go structure right on me. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Dharma Pitari Paramata, Pitari Pritma Mande Priyante Sarvaneta, Priyante Sarvaneta, Priyante Sarva, Priyante Sarvaneta, Tat Sat, Om Tat Sat, Om Tat Sat. Ayodhya Mandramaya Kashi Kanchi Avantika Puri Dwarvati Gaya Sapteka Mokshadayaka Saptadam Sthitobhava Saptadam Sthitobhava Anak tigil.
Tell David to come. So where the plan is?
ये लोग तो go in. You could pass. Yeah, they look at the go in. Baba, using this one.
It's right here.
No, look, the guy say on this
This one, this one.
This one?
Yeah. Rather than the grass, sir. Tongue say bye. Come right at the side. There are nothing. Planting in the center, yeah.
Now. Ini open center ni.
Baba, harap rin naman spaghetti. Kita udah.
Ini ada.
Agora com uma série, uncle.
Ada gue inside itu?
Yeah.
Alright, then
That's how you do. Yeah, you touch her.
yeah, right. Right side.
Yeah, nice. Lucky, yeah, good one. Parents, come on this side here, auntie. She cup both hands like this. So first time I pour the milk, you pour through the tip. Second, you raise your hand backward. Right. Then third, through the right thumb.
Right up here.
Left thumb, and then like this.
Right up here.
Yeah, then fall to the tip here. Madhya Mukha Gotra. Babuni Gajra Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva. Iti Jalanjali Te Mai Diyate Upatishtam. Two fingers. About 2 times. Stand one side for a minute. Come forward now. Same procedure, right? Madhya Mukha Gotra. Babuni Gajra Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva. Jalanjali Te Mai Diyate Upatishtam. Stand one side, say as you want about by. Stand on the side. Same procedure, right? Something. Madhya Mukha Gotra. Babuni Gajra Mukha Pretasya Shri Pretatva. Iti Shri Jalanjali Te Mai Diyate Upatishtam. Iti Shri Jalanjali Te Mai Diyate Upatishtam. Jalanjali Te Mai Diyate Upatishtam. Ao Madhya Mukha Gotra Mabuni Gajira Mukha Preta Syashi Pretakla Iti Shri Jalanjali Tema India Te Upatishtam Iti Shri Jalanjali Tema India Te Upatishtam Iti Shri Jalanjali Tema India Te Upatishtam Ao Madhya Mukha Gotra Mabuni Gajra Mukha Preta Syashi Pretakla Ti Shri Jalanjali Te Mai Diya Te Upatishtatam Ti Shri Jalanjali Te Mai, that's Holy Henry, right? Sabi po ito. Ti Shri Jalanjali Te Mai Diya Te Upatishtatam. About you time? Nanti ka maksawa na. Di grasa manaya reverse di makbang. Suka ya. Right, reverse di mak. Kualitas dia. Reverse sanan makbang. Just kualitas pampa lagi. So grasa. Sedang mana baucu kan? Bayar kali dah mesti ringan rasa dia tu. Yeah. Alright. Loosely rings semua ada sikit.
Just like on the screen.
Alright. Loosely rings. Boleh sedang nicely hanya bau cuitan. Cara buat itu punya berbeda. Right, lah kami bisa naman explain to alin na. Very. There.
No, if you understand. Right.